Done, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Done. We can start.
Okay. So, a warm welcome to all of you. Very good evening. And this is a special session as it is the closure session for for evolution of international business trends today. And here I introduce what should I say? My colleague, basically, Preeti Malhotra. Uh, let me tell you about her achievements. Preeti is the founder and chairman of Healing Towards Happiness, which is a group which aims to work and provide awareness to all age groups towards anxiety, depression, and goal setting, etc. She is the founder of Career Planning, a career planner, Preeti. She is a skill trainer. She is also recognized as clarity and parenting coach. She is registered as a master trainer of All India Educative Forum, and she has global membership uh, of this forum too. She is national member and state vice president MP at Prithvi Abhyuday and Association of India. She is senior career counselor, business developer, associate, and ambassador for Career Expert Marathon at Kids at Kids Talento. She is education ambassador at International Internship University, national coordinator at RKDX Talks. She is author of book Accepting Children Unconditionally, and above all, she is advisory board member, program head, and brand ambassador at Bhabur International Publications. Welcome, Preeti, and the forum is yours.
Thank you, Mamta, for giving me a grand introduction. So it's time to introduce my co-host, that is Mamta Avasthi. So Mamta Avasthi is not less. She is a counselor, life coach, president of Center for Comprehensive Education. She is freelancer, member of core committee IRC Indore, vice president of Women Wing of Organization Jan Parishad and for Indore chapter, social worker, activist, columnist in the magazine Youth Action, special expertise in counseling youth for selecting career and in the various psychological and social problems faced by them. Also expert in sorting psychological and relationship problems of all age groups. So this is something amazing portfolio about Mamta. So Mamta, you can take over further.
Thank you, Preeti. So let us get ourselves introduced to ABCD International before starting. ABCD International Family is one of the best training consultancy, which provides various training programs like Train the Trainer, Life Coach Certification, Corporate Training, Business Coaching, and many more. As we all know, ABCD International Family already conducted 10 plus virtual international summits, 100 plus free webinars on various topics, and 10 batches of their signature program known as Train the Trainer and Journey Will Continue. Bhabur International Publication is one of the fastest growing publication company in India who always focus on to create success stories of various authors. They help people to write, publish, and brand their own books. USP of Bhabur International is that they publish all the books in world record events or in a grand offline events, or they create some logics and authors books become so that the books become a part of the world record. Bhabur International Publication published 50 plus books in just 8 months and contributed in 150 plus authors' success stories, and the journey still continues. So I invite Mr. Akash Bhabur of ABCD International to be with us and to start the program.
Okay, thank you, ma'am, for inviting me. Just 3 दिन से हमारा जो समिट चल रहा है, तो 3 दिन वैसे बोलने के लिए कुछ नहीं, पर जो समिट्स रेगुलरली होते हैं तो हम जो भी यूट्यूब के माध्यम से भी देखते हैं या जो लाइव कनेक्ट होते हैं हमारे साथ, तो उन लोगों से बस यही रिक्वेस्ट है, जो अपने साथ गेस्ट स्पीकर जुड़े हैं, काफी एक्सपीरियंस लोग जुड़ते हैं, वो अपना नॉलेज शेयर करते हैं, इतना 15-20-25 साल का उनका एक्सपीरियंस, वो एक 15-20 मिनट के सेशन में हम लोगों को अलग अलग टॉपिक्स पे शेयर करते हैं। तो हम लोगों को उनसे सीखने की जरूरत है, और जब हम सीखते हैं तो मैं हर रोज वही बात कह रहा हूँ, क्योंकि वही सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट है, सीखे हमें इम्प्लीमेंट करना है। तो हम जितने भी हमारे साथ जो भी पार्टिसिपेंट जुड़ेंगे या जितने भी लोग हमारे साथ जुड़े थे, हम सभी से ये रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि 3 दिन में हम क्या सीखे हैं वो एक बार हम लिस्ट डाउन करेंगे, जैसे सेशन एंड होगा या जो भी लोग बाद में जुड़ेंगे या जो भी फीडबैक्स प्रोवाइड करेंगे, फीडबैक्स के साथ हमें ये भी बताना है कि हम 3 दिन में जो लोगों से सीखे हैं वो कैसे हम उसे इम्प्लीमेंट कर पाएंगे। और काफी सारे लोगों ने इन समिट्स का फायदा लिया है और आगे भी हम ये जर्नी कंटिन्यू रखेंगे। सो विदाउट वेस्टिंग सो मच टाइम, विल मूव अहेड and listen our honorable guests. So thank you, Preeti ma'am and Mamta ma'am, for this wonderful moderation. Please continue, over to you.
Thank you, Akash. Akash has this request because you told about Sakshi. So I request Sakshi profile is not been shared. Can you please share with us? Meantime, I'll introduce Hardeep Singh sir, right? So I just, yeah.
आपके साथ फोटो शेयर किया था मैम मैंने, पोस्टर.
Okay, just a minute.
Ma'am, you have Sakshi
Okay,
ma'am
fine.
bios. Just check.
Fine,
You
fine.
both have. Yeah.
Okay. So Mamta, do you have? So if you have,
I'm sending it to you. Just a minute.
please.
Yeah, you got it.
Thank you. So if I talk about Sakshi, Sakshi Choitani is a founder of Mind Nimics, a digital learning solution company, and act as a business consultant for Indian and international brands. Her entrepreneurship journey has no far been full of adventures, from starting her business post maternity to running the 3 verticals in the business world under different brand names. She started her journey solo and thus understands the challenges faced by entrepreneurs who run small businesses from their home office or a small shared cubicle. Her motivational talks has been a source of inspiration for many, and this led her to start the journey of coaching and mentoring. She is now actively working towards helping business owners boost their business and create a digital business ecosystem for them to integrate their business systems at large. I welcome you, Sakshi. You are having such a grand profile, and I'm really inspired that you started your journey solo and now where you are standing. You are just an inspiration for youngsters, for us also. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Preeti, for a warm welcome. Thank you, Akash, for giving me an opportunity to speak at such a platform, because it's not necessary that we speak, but it's necessary that we tell. We tell about our experiences, we share our knowledge, and the summits like this, they give us a chance to do that. कि हमने जो face किया वो कोई और ना face करे. So, not only this summit, but I think everything that we are taking in this journey of sharing with others is to help others not go through what we have gone through. So that is how, like, as you said in the introduction, Preeti, that I started my journey with. And that's how it led me to connect with a lot of people. So starting from home, then facing the pandemic times. So that was a time when I actually entered the international markets and I was able to gauge customers from them, which I never imagined I would, because I have been a person who has been working in a corporate zone. And from there, I left the job, started doing something, and it ultimately went into such a level that no one has thought. The only reason why all this happened was the acceptance from the world about the idea, about the exchange of information that they needed, about the exchange of services that they needed. So if we talk about international businesses, that's where the key is. That is, you need to find out what are the needs at different levels around the world. So एक society की need कुछ हो सकती है, एक family की need हो सकती है. If you talk about on a larger level, जब problem बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ी हो जाती है तो वो world problems बन जाती है, and that's where your solutions become accepted worldwide. So the trends, if we talk about international trends that way, so there are no trends as such, but then if you are able to handle the basics of like कि कैसे होगा global trade या कैसे होगा globally business, तो अगर आप इस चीज को समझ पाते हो, then you have international clients in your kitty. So since I am a business coach and I keep on consulting a few brands on how businesses can be made better, they can be scaled up, they can be taken up to another levels. Here I'll be sharing today 4 elements on which the international businesses stand. So ये जो base होता है, like you know, for any business, that is something that I have learned in my journey, that if you are able to set up the base right, no one can help, like no one can push you. Okay, no one can push you down in the business if you have the base right. कुछ भी आएगा world में, कुछ भी हो रहा होगा, stocks ऊपर जा रहे हैं, नीचे जा रहे हैं, you have your economy going up and down, you have recession coming in, you have wars happening, but still your business will be able to maintain a basic level because you have a strong foundation. So today I'll be sharing with you what are those 4 pillars on which international businesses stand, and वहां से innovation की journey start होती है. So if we talk about the first pillar, the very first pillar is the people, because business product or services से ज़्यादा it is an interaction from one person to another. चाहे एक छोटी सी सर्विस हो या एक बड़ा manufacturing unit हो, whatever it is, ultimately it is solving a purpose from one person to another, from one human to another. तो ये जो ह्यूमन कम्युनिकेशन है या ये जो ह्यूमन हेल्पिंग नेचर है, जो हम हेल्प करते हैं एक दूसरे की थ्रू आवर बिजनेसेस, थ्रू द शेयरिंग ऑफ नॉलेज, व्हाटएवर वी आर डूइंग इन द फॉर्म ऑफ बिजनेस टुडे, we need to ensure that we do it for people. तो कई बार लोगों को ये बहुत ज्यादा मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग होती है that you know whatever you are doing needs to be at the market standards. Okay, क्या सिस्टम होना चाहिए, क्या प्रोसेस होना चाहिए, those all are secondary. या प्रॉफिट होना ही होना चाहिए और इतना ही प्रॉफिट मार्जिन होना चाहिए. I have seen business owners being so much concerned कि नहीं 35% प्रॉफिट मतलब 35% तो होना ही चाहिए. So please don't be that way, but think of it as a service that you are giving to humanity, and then look at your profits also. I'm not saying don't look at your profit, but don't be very stern or don't have a fixed mindset towards your profit margins. So do business for people, with people, because people love people. So that is the very basic fundamental that you need to think about at the very first level. Now, if I talk about the second thing, the second pillar is the demographics. Demographics मतलब किसी भी जगह की जो एक environmental condition होती है या किसी भी जगह के जो मार्केट स्टैंडर्ड्स होते हैं, जो लोगों के स्टैंडर्ड्स होते हैं, जो लिविंग स्टैंडर्ड्स होते हैं, या what is it that is flourishing there, which kind of businesses are flourishing there, this is something that you need to know. So the second pillar for standing up for an international kind of a business is to know the demographics of the countries that you want to take your businesses to. कि आप कहाँ लेके जाना चाहते हो अपने businesses को? Do you want to take it to Middle East? Do you want to turn it to US? Do you want to go to Europe? तो कहाँ जाना है, कौन सी कंट्रीज हैं जिनको आप टारगेट करना चाहते हो? Once you find your target, identify what are the demographics there. Do such industries exist there? Because अगर आप एक already competitive market में enter कर रहे हो, you are calling trouble for yourself and for your business. Because already वहाँ पे एक native market है उस चीज का. Like if we talk about Indian ethnic clothing, अभी ethnic clothing इंडिया में इतनी ज्यादा है that we can supply it to the Indians living outside the world. But we will not buy Indian clothing, or maybe we will not find those aesthetics coming in from the fabrics from outside, right? Fabrics को शायद हम use कर सकते हैं, but then we will need our Indian designers because they know how Indian mentality is. So this example comes from a very recent, like, you know, the festive vibe that we are undergoing right now, the Navratri. कि हम इतना traditional पहनते हैं, but from where all this is coming? From where all these festive items are coming? If we talk in terms of business, it is coming from the Indian businesses. So if you want to enter into international markets, check the demographics, check the location, check the weather conditions, whether people will like it depending on the weather conditions or not. Suppose if बहुत ज़्यादा heavy woolens को इंडिया में sell करने लग जाता है, do we actually need it? India is a humid place at certain cities. Okay, they don't actually need so much of warmth. So definitely those kind of things will not work. तो एग्जाम्पल्स, छोटे छोटे एग्जाम्पल्स से अपने बिजनेस को समझने की कोशिश कीजिए. बिजनेस इज नॉट अ रॉकेट साइंस. दिस इज समथिंग दैट आई हैव रियलाइज्ड, who had zero knowledge about business but started doing it, and step by step I compared everything. So start comparing. क्या demographics है? Who are the people that who want my services? So those will start forming the base of your system. आपके business system का एक base बनने लग जाएगा. Who are the people that you want to solve the problem for? What do they want? What are their family backgrounds? Where do they live? What is the weather condition, as I said? How much are they willing to spend? Is that thing available in the local markets? तो ये सारा रिसर्च करके आप जो अपना जो डेमोग्राफिक वाला जो पिलर है या जो पीपल पिलर है उसको और स्ट्रॉन्ग कर सकते हैं. You can actually make the two strong points in your business. Number one, you know how to connect with people as a business owner. As a business, you are connecting with people and working for people. Number two, you have already observed the markets. You have already observed the demographics of how the country behaves to a certain kind of product or service, or do they actually need certain kinds of products or services or not. The third phase, which is very important, is use of technology. Because today, kitna bhi physical business ho, but kahin na kahin we are using technology today. Okay, this call that we are sitting, many might be watching from international places, many might be watching from India as well, from around the cities, although I am right now at Bombay, but then people are watching us. So whatever we are using today has a technological base, right from the mobile phones that we are calling on to the manufacturing units and the machines that they are using. Everything is technology. So how do you leverage technology in your businesses? How do you do it at such a level that the international markets come craving for you? How does that happen? Let me take a very simple example. Why do you think actually Facebook bought WhatsApp? क्यों हुआ था ये? Because it was powerful. The tool was powerful. And when it could work in a crowded place like India, it could actually work anywhere around the world. And when people who have actually started using that product, you know, that software or that app so friendly that today it has become a daily activity for us, the first thing that we do is open WhatsApp in the morning. So if you're doing this, and to kuch to tha na usme, and that is why it was taken away or taken up by Facebook. They could understand the potential of the business. तो कोई भी इंटरनेशनली अगर आपको बिजनेस जाना है तो यू हैव टू क्रिएट द टेक्नोलॉजी पार्ट और यूज द टेक्नोलॉजी इन सच अ वे दैट इट बिकम्स अ स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट पार्ट ऑफ योर बिजनेस. द स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट पार्ट, बिकॉज आपका जितना ट्रेड है या आपकी जितनी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग है, आपकी जितनी सर्विसिंग है, आधी चीजों में टेक्नोलॉजी यूज हो रही होगी किसी ना किसी फॉर्म में. सो द इजीएस्ट दैट यू कैन मेक इट फॉर पीपल and the best use of the available technology that you can make will help you stand in international markets today. So this takes me now to the fourth pillar of standing in international market as a business owner. Well, this is something which is very close to my heart because this is something that I have done it myself. So एक होता है कि when you start a business, you start putting up things which are already available in the market, because definitely बहुत कम लोगों को एक exclusive idea आता है, या जरूरी नहीं है that exclusive ideas will work. It's not necessary at all. that exclusive idea will work as a business idea, because you need to check on various things. Usme kitna potential hai? Is it actually a big problem to be solved in terms of business? Will people buy that solution? Is it very costly? Agar bahut zyada costly ki solution hai, people are not going to buy it. How will you make your business profitable? So you need to understand various elements ki kaise business ko profitable banana hai. So when we're talking about increasing the profits, the main thing that comes and the main part that everyone talks about in your business is what does it has for me. Agar aaj main, if I am considering Lux over Dove or Dove over Lux as a daily soap to use, why do I consider it? What's in it for me that makes me use that? Okay, if I take a very simple example of taking the toothpaste, suppose, for example, why do I consider Colgate over Pepsodent or Pepsodent over Colgate? Why do I do that? It's very simple, because the thing that I can associate myself and my problems with, I will start using that product easily. And I will start spending my money on that product. And if I get results, it's like, sone pe suhaga that we call in Hindi. Okay. तो मतलब मैं उसके लिए पैसे दे रही हूँ, मुझे उसके रिजल्ट्स भी मिल रहे हैं, तो डेफिनेटली आई वुड स्पेंड फॉर इट द नेक्स्ट टाइम. व्हाई आई वुड नॉट स्पेंड इट फॉर द नेक्स्ट टाइम? डेफिनेटली आई वुड स्पेंड ऑन इट. एंड जब कोई भी कस्टमर रेगुलरली स्पेंड करने लग जाता है, तो बिजनेस का एक रेवेन्यू साइकिल ग्रो होने लग जाता है. सो नाउ कमिंग ऑन to what is important here is the product ka innovation or service ka innovation. That is, how do you innovate a product or service to fit the international markets? Because as I said, not every product is fit for every country. तो क्या करना पड़ता है? You have to distribute your product or service and categorize it in terms of a particular market. Let me tell you a very simple example today. It exists in India itself, in regions. Saffola Oats is a very good example. Saffola ने जब start किया, it started with जब oil उनका जब इतना अच्छा चल रहा था, they were having so much profits in oil and stuff in terms of Parachute. The same thing started in oats, and what they did was, since Parachute or coconut oil is something that everyone uses in India. Okay, like resemblance hai. Coconut oil bole to coconut oil, no one will say, they will say Parachute. Parachute ki ek bottle de do. That's how it's called in Indian market. So how did they started bifurcating the products in terms of regions? Why Saffola Oats has so many flavors today? The only reason is it looks at how many regions can I cater to with my different kinds of products. Who loves Chinese? Who loves the South Indian? Who has the South Indian palate, which is like, little kind of less salty or something? Who loves the Punjabi palate that is like little more spicy and stuff? So when you need to check the different palates of people from different region, you have to create variants of your products. That is what Saffola exactly did. And this is not what I am saying. This is something that his chairman said himself in one of his interviews, that this is why they have different variants of Saffola Oats in India. So today they know exactly which markets need what kind of flavors. And that is the business hacks. So if you want to grow your business internationally, you will have to see how you can innovate your products and services in such a manner that they fit the different marketplaces. They fit in such a way that you are able to serve a person staying in Canada, a person staying in Dubai, a person staying in US. सबके लिए एक product fit नहीं बैठ सकता, सबके लिए एक kind of service fit नहीं बैठ सकती. And that's where your product innovation cycle starts happening. So these are the 4 pillars that help you stand in international markets, whatever the conditions be, because ultimately whatever minute changes you keep on doing to your business, but I believe once you have strong fundamentals in your business, then your business can grow year on year, whatever be the market conditions. So let's check once again on all the 4 points that I had mentioned right now, 15 minutes back to you. Number 1 is connecting people with people, because we need to form businesses that connect people to people. So always connect your businesses to people rather than just selling them in the marketplaces. Number 2 is having a knowledge of demographics, or doing a research on what actually is needed at what place. And number 3 is taking the leverage or using technology in such a way that it becomes a bonus for your business. And last but not the least, innovate your products and services in such a way that it could benefit people from different regions. So you will have to create variants in that case. That's all for today. I'll wind up here and over to you, Preeti. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sakshi. Means such a detailed and so nicely you have specified each pillars. I'm really so much means like listening to you, I'm getting the clarity. Yes, this is something which you have hit the minds of the entrepreneurs. Yes, they can also move ahead with your clarity, and whatever you have faced, you have really given the clarity to the people. I really agree with that point, the demographic ones, because one thing I also realized that I'm connecting people with people, because means like customers are not at all loyal. Whenever they find that whatever is benefiting them, they will just switch to that particular part. And this is how we need to know that how to read the minds of the public, or how to just hit the what they are requiring at that particular time to the people. Thanks a lot for giving such a beautiful insight about the international business. I'm really, and means I'm sure that people are going to benefit from your talks.
Thank you, Preeti. Thank you so much.
So it's time to introduce our next speaker, that is Dr. Hardeep Singh sir. Dr. Hardeep Singh sir is a senior academician, researcher, author, orator, mentor, motivational speaker, and life coach. Having 20 years of total experience in life, member of various bodies like IAER, CSI, IACSIT, IEDRC, and ISTD. He has been honored as a patent member by World Academician Academic Industry Research Collaboration Organization for the period of lifetime. His profile has been published in the Workbook of Researchers 2018 at Oxford, United Kingdom. He has been esteemed to address various conferences as a keynote speaker. He, to his credit, go to 41 international conferences, 30 national conferences, 11 UGC seminars, and 100 webinars, workshops, FDPS, EDPS, 20 plus awards, 30 professional membership, 4 books, and 5 anthology books. He has presented 100 plus research paper articles. He has published 100 plus research papers. He has guided 100 plus project to the student of BTech and MBA. He has also guided MTech and PhD candidate for writing and publication research papers. His latest book, that is co-authored by Professor J.S. Jogi and D.P. Kothari, as a well-known scientist and educationist, written and oral technical communication skills for engineers, scientists, is available in 8 foreign languages. Another book of professional mantras is under publication process. He has received numerous awards from prestigious institutions for international repute. Currently, he has been invited as a conference chair for ICEG 2022, scheduled at Hong Kong. Oh my God, what a fabulous portfolio. Sir, I'm glad that you are on our platform, and over to you, sir. Am I audible, right? Yeah, okay. So you are on mute, Hardeep, sir.
My screen is visible.
No.
Now it is visible.
It's showing that you are sharing, but still not visible.
Right.
Yeah, now it is visible.
Okay. So, good evening, everybody. Once, I would like to thank Mr. Akash for inviting me on this wonderful platform to share my views on this topic, international business. I would also like to thank the moderators to introduce me on this platform. Today, I will talk about evaluation in international business trends. Starting from the basics, what is international business? International business is the production and sale of goods and services between countries. Everybody knows what is international. There are several ways in which a business can be said international. If we produce goods domestically and sell both domestically and internationally, it is an international business. On the other hand, if we produce goods in different countries but sell domestically, it is also international business. And if we produce goods in a different country and sell both domestically and internationally, it is also an international business. So today I will talk that what the challenges we face when we come to the international market. This is very basic thing. I think the starters, the freshers, everybody should know that what are the common challenges which we face when we come to the international market, because every country has its own government, policies, laws, cultures, languages, currency, time zones, and inflation rates. So the global business can be difficult, but it is not so difficult that we cannot handle it, we cannot do it. We have to just take care of these challenges and look how these challenges we can face, and how can we come out of it and make our business a successful business. First is language barriers. Many challenges, barriers Sakshi has talked about. I am just letting you know language barriers. We all know what is language in different countries. We all use different languages like English, Japanese, Chinese. In every country, we use different languages. When we are going to expand our business in international market, it becomes very important to consider the languages spoken in those countries where we are going to start our business, we are going to expand our business. And one very important thing, very important point that we should know, that English is a global language in maximum countries and maximum people know English. We at least know English language also. Consider having an interpreter and consulting a native speaker and resident of that country, each country where we are going to expand that business. If we cannot, you know that we cannot learn every language of every country, so we can do this activity, that we can have an interpreter or a native speaker of that country, by which we can break that barrier that we are talking about, language barrier. It is also critical to consider the language spoken by your company's team members based in an international office. Once again, investing in interpreters can help ensure your business continues to operate smoothly. So language is very important point which we have to take care of. Either we have to learn that languages, or we have to have another alternative, so that there may not be language barrier when we go into the international market, and they may not become any barrier in our success. Next is cultural difference. Every country, just as I have talked, that every country has its own makeup of languages, each also has its own specific culture or blend of cultures. We all know what is a culture. Culture consists of arts, traditions, customs, food, social norms formed by a specific group of people. It again becomes important and enriching to learn about the cultures of the countries where you will be doing your business in that international market. When managing teams in offices abroad, selling products to an international retailer or potential client, international client, or running an overseas production house, demonstrating that you have taken the time to understand their cultures can project the respect and emotional intelligence necessary to conduct business successfully. So we have to also know, as we have to know about the language of every country to make our international business a successful business. In the same way, we also have to know about the cultures, to learn that culture, to respect that culture, to break that culture barrier. I will discuss one example here about cultural difference, like between United States and Spain. I will discuss one, you can say, study that there is difference in the hours of the typical working hours of the US and Spain. In US, working hours are from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., often extending earlier or later. But in Spain, however, working hours are typically 9 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. and after that there is a break, and 4:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. The break in that middle, that is for, you can say, rest. This is mostly in European countries. So we have to understand everything about the culture so as to make our international business a successful business. Then managing the global teams. Another challenge in international business is managing employees who live all over the world. When we have international business, we will be having our teams all over the globe in every country. So we have to manage all the teams globally to build and maintain a strong working relationship with your global team. Facilitate with the regular check-ins, preferably using a video conferencing platform so you can interact in real time. Here is a research study done by Gallup that shows that employees who have regular check-ins with their managers are 3 times more likely to be engaged at work than the employees who do not. When distance divides teams, as it was for many during COVID-19 pandemic time, we have seen that communication is the key to ensuring everyone feels valued and engaged. Communication is very important thing that makes a fruitful link between the teams, between the employees and the managers. So next thing is currency exchange and inflation rates. As language is different in every country, culture is different in every country. Similarly, there are different currencies in different countries, like the value of the money, of the dollar, of the rupees, they go on changing day to day. The value of dollar won't be always equal the same amount in other countries currency, nor will the value of currency consistently be worth the same amount of the goods and the services. So it will be different in different countries. It is also important to monitor inflation rates, that general price levels in an economy increase year over year, expressed as a percentage. Inflation rates vary across countries and can impact materials and labor costs as well as product pricing. So understanding and closely following these two rates can provide important information about the value of company's products in various locations over time. Next and last challenge that international business faces, that is nonsense of foreign politics, policies and relations. Businesses does not exist in a vacuum. It is influenced by politics, policies, laws, regulations, and relationships between different countries, because those relationships can be extremely nuanced. It is important that you closely follow news related to country where you do that business. It means that you should have full information about everything about the foreign politics, what is going over there, what is new policies coming, and what policies are changing. The decisions made by political leaders can impact taxes, labor laws, raw material costs, transportation, infrastructure, educational systems, and many more. It is both exciting and intimidating that the nuisance of international politics, policy, and relations can impact your international business. So stay informed and make strategic decisions as new information arises. Lastly, coming to the conclusion of my talk, that managing international business differs from a domestic business. Like countries and cultures are different, we have to learn the cultures, we have to take care of the cultures of the different countries and even the languages of that countries. Then international business operations are more complex than domestic operations. And last, from one country to another, a company's relative competitiveness will vary because of difference in local and foreign competitors that are present. Thanks, Dr. Akash, for inviting me in this on this platform for this talk. Thanks once again.
Thank you, Hardeep sir, for telling about the challenges and also telling that how one can pitch in the international businesses. Definitely, it is very important that one should be aware about the cultural so that the right type of business they can pitch in. And one should also be aware about the laws and policies so that they'll not be facing anything regarding the legal issues. So thanks a lot for giving an insight about such a deep insight about the international business. Thank you. So it's time to introduce our next speaker, that is Kaushiki Sondhi. Kaushiki Sondhi is a board of advisor, Bharat University, Shri Venkateshwara College, Narayan Institute of Advanced Studies, Greenland Public School, Bhaskar Senior Secondary School, and many more. Mentor of Change NITI Ayog, principal and international public speaker who works for the international and future education. I welcome you, Kaushiki, for today's.
Thank you so much, Preeti ma'am, and thank you, Mamta ma'am and Akash sir, and all the panelists today. I've been hearing everyone, and they were so good because they are holding so much of knowledge about what the future, business trends will be like. And I believe that we are talking here about the evolution. When we say evolution, it itself means that we are looking something beyond the boundaries. And, as a human, we have already been developed and grown in a way of perfect being. But I think mentally right now we are growing. And it will take years more to know that, okay, we can do this also. Okay, this is something new and this is something innovative. We can, invent something. So over the periods, we are inventing new things, and business is all about that, because I think before the COVID, we don't know that we can, have the virtual sessions through Zoom meeting. That is a very easy way which was available in the market, available with the people, but they were not going in that format. They were going in face-to-face interaction or physical format. But nowadays, hybrid mode is something which is happening in all the businesses, I believe. Everywhere we are having these kind of interviews. We are not, the part of that reimbursement of calling you for the interview sessions and all the business things or having the meetings, they can happen in that virtual limited mode, and we are able to access that easily. So I think the coming market business and evolution will more of a networking, where we are doing it in a more of a hybrid way, which we are also seeing in education also, that more of the things are going hybrid mode. And in the time being, it will become more of a high flex mode. When we say high flex, I think hybrid is where we are doing something virtually, having the, the HR teams are approaching you to have a Zoom session. In the morning only, I had one interaction with some university where we had a Zoom session and we discussed the things here there. Otherwise, I have to go to the Noida and have a collaboration meeting with them, and that could be costing them some amount maybe, but that is a saving also. So in business, in the coming trends, I think the business will be more of a hybrid mode and high flex mode. When I say high flex mode, that means that in a touch of button, we are doing all the things. And then what comes the thing again, that is a e-business or e-commerce, which we talk about, where everything will be going online. Right now, we are having that kind of things. The shopping is going online. job profiles are online, we are recruiting online, we are doing that online, we are having the education online. Yes, it is happening, but still there are some parts which really need to be evolved as a business. When we see a business as a, what evolution would be, what invention in the future would be. We are talking about that thing here. We already know what is happening right now, but what will be in the coming 10 years? What inventions would be there? So we are talking about it. And I think in the coming years, more of a freelancer jobs will be offered. Freelancer profiles will be there, because I think that is more good way to approach the business portfolio, and you can know that person is capable enough to go ahead with, because otherwise you have to go with the permanent job sections. We were having that kind of thing where we recruit the person for 10 years and he is doing the job and we are not happy with that job profile, and still because he is now a permanent employee, so we are just going on. So now things will be more on a cut short basis, freelancing, 1 month contract, and then if you are good enough, then contract would be renewed. So these kind of business profile will coming in the future, and I think that is more innovative, and we are capable to do that, because right now people are more in a high flex mode, in a hybrid mode, and that again come with the e-commerce and e-businesses, and that would be happening in the coming future. And right now also what we are seeing, that artificial intelligence, that will be taking more space in the coming 10 years, where we are having the chat box, the social media, the the facial recognition, or recognizing the person, and all the fraud detections which we can do on an easy mode. So these things will be coming in the future. In the 10 years, I see business trends like that, because already we are going in that direction. And COVID have given us an unshaped and unstructured way to access us or sell that, okay, this is what we can also do. So I don't know, in the coming 10 years, the generation Z itself in the education part, when I see the students are going beyond the boundaries, so the generation Z would be doing it more in a wider and brief sector to express that what can we do in the coming future, how would it be. So already what we are doing, we are having the LinkedIn networking. We can just in a click of button get into a direct communication with a person sitting anywhere. And that's why business are nowadays more of a collaboration. What we are doing in the education, in the businesses, we are seeing that more of a collaborations are happening, and they are possible only because we are approachable. And the business in the future would be, the trends would be more approachable, in a more approachable way. That would not be, okay, we are Googling and we are waiting for the job to come on a newspaper, and then we shortlist the job profile. That would not be happening. I think we are not looking for the jobs right now for the newspaper. We are not waiting for that. We just click the button, we see that, okay, this is opening, these are the openings, and we just send them the easy way of application on the LinkedIn only. There only the profile get attached, and we don't even want to go through the email process and the cover page and everything. So that will be the future trend of the businesses, in a click of button in the high flex mode, and that would be happening in the coming years. And again, the more renewable energy, when we say renewable energy, more, the G20, we have seen that they're talking about it. When we have the education summit, or we have the business summit, we see that more of a renewable energy talks are going on. So that part will also play more of a be in the coming trends. And also the communication softwares, where we will be working on the communication part, because I think that is a biggest way to deal or do any business, to have any interaction and to have a networking. So the business communication software will be there to have a great area of exposure, like Zoom meetings we are having, we are Google Meets we are having, we have the WhatsApp chats we are having. So these kind of software will be coming into access, which are easily to go through. In a click of button, we can do and access the way of direction what we need to do. We can't sit for the, okay, we have to book the ticket and then go to the place and decide about the meeting, and the board meeting will come. Nowadays, so many people can join together in just we decide in one day, and next year we are together. Like 600 people can be together at one time. So these things are happening. So I see that last 2 days back or 3 days back, we had a Dandiya function also here. So that is happening, and people from all around the places are getting connected. So this is also a business right now. So these kind of softwares will be coming to approach, and the students will be learning these kind of things, the artificial intelligence, the software development, and these kind of things will be into the education system. And CBSE, that's why changing the concept and curriculum of the learning, because we need to groom the children and the coming generation in that way, that what will be the future trends of the business. So that's why we are changing the curriculum. Already we are working on that. And then more authentic business practices will be coming into the action. They are like the customer can have a review and interaction and a way of communication very easily through the softwares and through the links or through the direct communication with the first person to be approached to have a further hierarchy to follow. So I think the business trends right now are going along with the artificial intelligence, the networking, the collaborations, the communication, and these things will be coming into access as per my knowledge. And I think more of the things have been added by the panelists. So that's all from my side. Thank you so much, Preeti and Mamta ma'am and Akash sir, for giving me the opportunity to join you today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kaushiki. Miss, you rightly mentioned, like, because everybody is learning nowadays to adapt, right? So if we are adapting the technology, if we are adapting the new trends, then only we are existing. Otherwise, many people lost a job because they are not able to adapt themselves to the current scenario. So this is rightly said, and that's the reason that what we are expecting from our students to learn. So we are not basically focusing on the traditional type of education. Now we are changing that also, and definitely it is going to work in the future businesses and future to make them as an entrepreneur. Thank you for giving your insightful thoughts about it. Thank you. So it's time to introduce our next speaker, that is Ruben Garcia. I hope, sir, I'm pronouncing right your name. Ruben Garcia is an educator and English language teacher with 32 years of experience in ESL and ELT. He holds a degree in education and Masters of Applied Linguistics and TESOL in NSW, Australia. He also works as a coach in leadership, personal development, and professional growth, outstanding Toastmaster of the year 2012-13, and past president and current member at Limca Toastmaster Club 3098U, TKT, CLIL, and teacher trainer accredited by Cambridge English Language Assessment, part of University of Cambridge, Board of Directors at IATEFL Peru, director at Universidad Perunan, and I think it's a French word, so I don't know whether I'm pronouncing right, de las Americas Language Center, professor of master degree at Universidad Nacional Mayor de San Marcos, Dean of America, current member at Sherwood Town Series Toastmaster Club, USA, current vice president of membership at a Personal Growth Leaders Advanced Toastmaster Club, Ireland, member of a board of directors at ALVARO, which is a non-profit association which provides voluntary assistance to people with emotional needs, director of Language Center at Universal Peruan de las Americas, CEO at Speak Up Assertive Leadership Company, which is a consulting company for professionals and personal growth, Peru branch, president at the International Chamber of Language Teacher, ICLT, Peru branch, president at organization, International D Conference, OIC, master trainer certificate at Camara International, CIC, aggregate coach by the International Association of Coaching, USA, master coach at organization, OMC, country director of the International Internship University, city coordinator at International English Language Teacher Association, IELTA, deputy national director at International Society of Teachers, administrator and researcher, country director at Africa Global Development for Positive Change Initiative, then Honorary International Advisor Board member of a Positive Thoughts Consulting and Training Solution, Krishnan Educare Schedule Honorary Country Head. Oh my God, I'm so glad to introduce you, sir. Welcome you to today's platform. Over to you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your kind invitation. This is a very interesting topic that is open to discussion. We are talking about evaluation and business trends. And to start is asking us the question, what is international business? Because business is a powerful word, and what it implies is very exciting, but sometimes it might be risky. Taking into consideration that international business is the production and sale of goods and services between countries. There are several ways a business can be international. It produces goods domestically and sells both domestically and internationally. It produces goods in a different country but sells domestically. And it produces goods in a different country and sells both domestically and internationally. Businesses typically produce goods overseas due to lower labor costs or taxes, and they sell products and services in the global market because of the high potential for gaining a larger audience, new customers, and increased revenue. That comes the saying that Reinhardt said in global business. Although international business is extremely exciting, it can also be risky because every country has its own government, policies, laws, cultures, languages, currency, time zones, and inflation rates. Navigating the global business landscape can be difficult. We can have common challenges in international business. Let me share with you some of them. For example, language barriers. When engaging in international business, it's important to consider the languages spoken in the countries to which you're looking to expand. Does your product messaging translate well into another language? Consider hiring an interpreter and consulting a native speaker and resident of each country. One example of a product lost in translation comes from luxury car brand Mercedes-Benz. When entering the Chinese market, the company chose a Mandarin Chinese name that sounded similar to Benz, Benzi. The name translates to rush in death or rush to death in Mandarin Chinese, which wasn't the impression Mercedes-Benz wanted to make with its new audience. The company quickly adapted, changing its Chinese name to Benji, which translates to run quickly, speed, or gallop. It's also critical to consider the languages spoken by your company's team members based in international offices. Once again, investing in interpreters can help ensure your business continues to operate smoothly. How about cultural differences? Just as each country has its own makeup of languages, each also has its own specific culture or blend of cultures. Culture consists of the holidays, arts, traditions, foods, and social norms followed by a specific group of people. It's important and enriching to learn about the cultures of countries where you'll be doing business. When managing teams in offices abroad, selling products to an international retailer or potential client, or running an overseas production facility, demonstrating that you've been taking the time to understand their cultures can project the respect and emotional intelligence necessary to conduct business successfully. Managing global teams. It's very important to know that another challenge of international business is managing employees who live all over the world when trying to function as a team. It can be difficult to account for languages barriers, cultural differences, time zones, and varying levels of technology access and reliance. To build and maintain a strong working relationship with your global team, facilitate regular check-ins, preferably using a video conferencing platform so you can interact in real time. That is very common used nowadays. And it grew during lockdown, as you could and everybody in this world experienced. Currency exchange and inflation rates, it's another challenge that we have to cope with in international business. The value of a dollar in your country won't always equal the same amount in other countries' currency. Nor will the value of currency consistently be worth the same amount of goods and services. Familiarize yourself with currency exchange rates between your country and those where you plan to do business. The exchange rate is the relative value between two nations' currencies. It's also important to monitor inflation rates, which are the rates that general price levels in the economy increase year over year, expressed as a percentage. Inflation rates vary across countries and can impact materials and labor costs, as well as product pricing. Nuancing of foreign politics, policy, and relations, which is something important to understand that business doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's influenced by politics, policies, laws, and relationships between countries. Because those relationships can be extremely nuanced. It's important that you closely follow news related to countries where you do business. The decisions made by political leaders can impact taxes, labor laws, raw material costs, transportation, infrastructure, educational system, and more. So it's important, it's really important to understand that global business comes with unique challenges, but can be an opportunity for enormous organizational growth. We need to prepare for those challenges. We need to vary the intake and closely follow foreign politics. We need to make connections in countries where you hope to do business. We have to understand that business world is related to the education world, because we need to train ourselves to start operating. Without knowledge, we can only have practice, but the practice makes perfect. You say, everybody says practice makes perfect. So we need to start businesses We need to start, but we need to read. We need to research. We need to learn from others. I have bought a book about successful people in order not to make the mistakes that they did. If they made the mistakes before, why am I going to make the same mistake? I can learn from them to take the best part of their lives and the way that they have to overcome the obstacles that they have to overcome in order to be successful. But it depends how you describe no. How you define success. Because the success for me is not the same for you. Successful is to reach your goals. Successful goals can be only reached with the effort that you make, how persistent you are, and something else, the aptitude. Always good aptitude. Thank you very much. Thanks for the great opportunity to talk about this exciting topic. Greetings from Lima, Peru.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ruben Garcia. And we are really happy to know about the challenges you have mentioned in your talk. That was really enlightening, because before doing any business, we need to be alert about what are the upcoming challenges, and one should be prepared for those challenges. So thank you so much for your enlightening talk. And now I invite Mr. Ravi Shankar Kumar as our next speaker. Is he available? Mr. Ravi Shankar Kumar.
I think due to some network issue, he left. Up next go.
Next, Miss Beena Yadav is there?
No, she is also
No, ma'am.
not there.
Senorita ma'am is there.
Senorita ma'am.
Senorita
yes,
ma'am
she
is
can-
there? Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Senorita ma'am?
Yes.
Yeah, are you ready? Yeah. Okay. So we welcome you, Senorita Lobo, to enlighten us on the topic of evolution of international business trends. Before giving you the forum, I just need to introduce you to others. Senorita ma'am is a senior recruitment manager, an author, a blogger, motivational speaker, an influencer, lifestyle content creator. She is a social activist, global goodwill ambassador. She is enthusiastic about growing and gaining new skills in her new professional journey. She loves hearing about other people's passion and interests, and also she tries to help them as much as possible for her. So with this, let us listen to her, what she has to say to us about today's topic.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the wonderful introduction. And I hope that I'll be able to explain in a better way. So today, what I'm going to speak on is about the recent trends in business system in India. So what are the recent business trends? We have e-commerce, we have e-branding, we have digital signature, we have mobile commerce, and we have recent trends in advertising. So when we talk about e-commerce, which is commonly known as electronic marketing, and it consists of buying and selling of goods and services over electronic systems such as the internet. We all at some point in time have used apps like Amazon, Flipkart, Snapdeal, OLX, all of that. So this is a part of the e-commerce system that we speak on. Now, what are the advantages of e-commerce? Now, when we talk about e-commerce, I believe that it's a faster buying and selling procedure, and it's easy to find products just at the click of a button. And you can do this buying and selling 24/7, right? There is no time you need to see in that. Apart from that, there are no geographic limitations. You can sit in India and purchase a product from US and vice versa. Apart from that, I believe that, it reduces the operational cost and it gives us a better quality service. And also, when we deal in e-commerce, there is no need of a physical company setup, which reduces the operational cost. And it also increases the employment opportunities in the bargain. Now, as we say that every coin has two sides, so has e-commerce. It also comes with a set of disadvantages. Now, when we buy products online, what usually happens is we are not able to, examine the products personally. We might end up getting some other product, seeing something in picture and getting something else physically. That's one of the disadvantages. Then again, there is security issues at times that we face. Nowadays, hacking has become so familiar that, you don't know when the cards or your systems have been hacked. Then again, we have a lot of women here who love bargaining. But when we are doing it through e-commerce, we do not have a scope of bargaining. And yeah, these are the disadvantages that we see. Now, moving on to e-branding. What is e-branding? E-branding is nothing but the creation and development of communication strategies, which is specifically for brands to have meaning and context on the web. Now, when we talk about the merits of e-branding, it helps us to build familiarity and loyalty from customers. And also it brings a reputation in the market. Because today, if we set up a new business, the first thing that people look onto is they go and try to check out the website or the online presence of the particular brand or the business. And also it becomes the digital asset of the company. Now, with online presence, it is also easy to expand the customer relation and the consumer base. Now, moving on to digital signature. What is a digital signature? A digital signature is nothing but a signature which is used to verify the authenticity of the message and identity of the sender. Now, sitting on the other side of the computer, you do not know if the message or the mail that you have received is from a genuine entity or a person. But this digital signature does help you verify that thing. Now, moving on to m-commerce. What is m-commerce? M-commerce is nothing but it's a branch of e-commerce which is more towards the mobile side and which is used through our cellular phones. And also m-commerce deals with more in-app purchases and not website purchase. Now, what are the advantages of m-commerce? It usually covers a wide distance. It helps us in comparing. When it comes to comparison, when we say that, we can go to sites like Flipkart, Amazon, Snapdeal, and we can compare the prices. We can compare the features of the products that we are trying to buy, and it gives us a wider range and knowledge as to select the better product that we require. And it also saves us the cost and time, because if we physically go to a shop, it takes a lot of time, to check out with 10 different shops and suppliers as to what the costing is, what the features are. But when it's online, it gives you a lot of comparison in a quick manner. And also it is user friendly and very easy to use. Now, moving on to the recent trends in advertising, we have email advertising, we have social media advertising, we have web banner advertising, blog advertising, bathroom advertising, public relation advertising, and mobile advertising. So email advertising is nothing but, sending bulk emails and doing the advertising through that. Social media advertising is use of Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Web banner advertising, as we all know, that you have those paid web advertising done, which is featured on the websites. So that is web banner advertising. Blog advertising, again, we have various bloggers in the market who do the advertising of your products. When it comes to public relation advertising, it is done through PR, and mobile advertising is again, bulk messages. So yeah, this was a small thing that I had to present. And I'm very glad to Akash Bhabar sir for inviting me to this. And I hope I have been helpful. Thank you so much. Ma'am, you are muted.
Yeah, thank you so much, Senorita Lobo. You were definitely very helpful. You have discussed very useful things like advantages of e-commerce, m-commerce, various modes of advertisements and all, which are going to be really helpful for the people who are intending to start new business now onwards. Thank you so much. Our next speaker will be Mr. Ravi Shankar. Sir, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm there.
Yeah. So let me introduce Mr. Ravi Shankar to everybody. He is the founder of IDYM group of companies, I think, which is actually Igniting Dreams. May I know the full form? I don't know.
Igniting Dreams of Young Mind Foundation.
Okay, Igniting Dreams of Young Man Foundation. And it is a group of companies which provides platform to promote space and satellite education for every young mind, that is for the entire student community from any school all around the world. It involves a group of people with several years of experience in education, ranging from the people of education ministry, various school principals, and young talented space enthusiasts. IDYM performs workshops, lectures on space and satellite, rocket technology for schools with distinguished speakers from multiple IITs, ISRO, NASA, DRDO, BARC, HAL, NAL scientists, and many armed force officers, as well as space experts. We are really proud to have you on this forum, sir. Please continue.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, everybody. Actually, I'm facing some network issues, so I may not be able to switch on the cam. I already told to ma'am earlier in the WhatsApp group that there is some issue with the network. And the topic given is very interesting. And first of all, I would like to thank Akashji. He's also my brother, and he is doing a lot of good things. I used to watch every day in Facebook and WhatsApp. काफी अच्छा लग रहा है आप लोगों के बीच में बात करने का. Or the topic what we are going to talk today is international business. It is very important, nowadays, because you see that during COVID time, 2020, COVID came, and after that, almost every country economy has collapsed. If you accept India, आप देखो जहां तक भारत की बात है तो भारत ने इस स्थिति में भी काफी मजबूती के साथ कोरोना का सामना किया और हमने 8 पॉइंट समथिंग का जीडीपी मेंटेन कर रहे हैं अभी भी. पर जितने भी दुनिया के देश है, खास करके यूरोपियन कंट्रीज या अफ्रीकन कंट्रीज हो, so they are facing lot of problems during this COVID crisis. So it was, you can say from one side that COVID was the bad event for all of us, but you can see from the other part of it that COVID was good for everyone. अच्छा भी था और बुरा भी था, हम दोनों कह सकते हैं. हम बिल्कुल बुरा भी नहीं कर सकते और बिल्कुल अच्छा भी नहीं कर सकते. द मेन रीजन इज, अभी आप देखो कि वी आर कनेक्टेड विद द पर्सन फ्रॉम पेरू, रूबेन सर. ही इज फ्रॉम पेरू. It was not possible before 2020, but now it is possible to get him connected through Zoom platform. So this is the change we have brought because of COVID. So due to this COVID only, lot of business opportunity has been created, and people have come to know about what Indian people are exactly want to do, and Indian people have come to know that what other countries are trying to do. A lot of knowledge exchange has been happened between India and other country due to this COVID only, because we all are connected with different platforms, Zoom, Google Meet and all, and we are sharing our ideas. So it's very easy to understand the concept of how Amazon is working in America. Means if you talk about a company who is doing e-commerce business right now, so we are able to understand the person who is the CEO of Amazon, or the person who is the CEO of Flipkart. We are able to understand a lot of things, and the knowledge accessibility is very easy now. The reason is, before, if we want to invite CEO of Google, it was very difficult to invite him, because he is such a big person. He cannot come to some college and give his lecture. But now it has become more easier to access his idea. You know why? What is the reason? Because we can invite him on online platform, and from there he can give us a lot of tips, and from there we can develop a lot of businesses. So this is the one thing which has happened due to COVID. The second aspect is that, see, whenever you want to do a business, and if you want to if you want to make the business at international level, you know what happens is that now we have started a foundation called Igniting Dreams of Young Mind Foundation. It's very difficult to make the people understand that what we are trying to do. The reason is that the trust is not there, because nowadays you see, when you are having a mobile phone, you used to get a lot of message that you will get 10 lakh rupees in, if you click on this link, you will get 5 lakh rupees, or if you click in that link. So because of that, people have a lot of fear. So they don't trust easily the, if I am telling to everyone that this is my product, I want to sell in the market. But people think that if we do the transaction on this account, sometime my own account money will get off from here. So these are the problems also we are facing to do kind of business in at international level. So how we can overcome from this? तो इसके लिए आप लोग क्या कर सकते हो कि अपने बिजनेस का डिफरेंट सर्टिफिकेशन ले सकते हो, क्वालिटी मैनेजमेंट के ऊपर काम कर सकते हो. Like I will tell you that when we have a product, like if you go and buy a bus of Tata company, so why people want to buy a bus of Tata company? The reason is that Tata maintains a quality, Tata maintain a brand, but every company doesn't do this. So we don't want to buy from other customers. तो सबसे पहले, if you want to develop a business in the market, पहले आपको डेवलप क्या करना पड़ेगा? कस्टमर का ट्रस्ट. कस्टमर का ट्रस्ट, हाउ इट विल कम? इट विल कम बाय द सर्विस यू प्रोवाइड. आप किस तरह की सर्विस दे रहे हो सामने वाले कस्टमर को. अभी आप देखो, बिंदास आप सभी लोग फ्लिपकार्ट से कुछ सामान खरीदना है, यू गो एंड क्लिक ऑन द मोबाइल, विच मोबाइल यू वांट टू बाय, यू क्लिक देयर एंड गेट इट फ्रॉम देयर. You don't feel that, oh, Flipkart, I'm clicking this link, my account money will go, because Flipkart have developed the trust between people. उन्होंने एक ट्रस्ट डेवलप किया है कि भाई मेरी जो प्रोडक्ट है, आप हमारे यहाँ से जो ट्रांजेक्शन्स कर रहे हो, उसका वो पूरी तरह से सेफ है, आपको कहीं पर दिक्कत नहीं आने वाली है. कारण क्या है उसका? बिकॉज दे हैव डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ सर्टिफिकेशंस. तो जब भी आप इंटरनेशनल लेवल पर बिजनेस करने की बात करते हो, so what you have to do is that you have to get a different types of certifications also, because people used to search what this company is used to do, what is their certifications. Like if I want to sell some lace packet in the market, अगर हमने एक लेस का पैकेट बनाया और उसको मार्केट में सेल करना है, तो लोग ये देखते हैं कि भाई इस पर फूड सिक्योरिटी ऑफ इंडिया का सिंबल है कि नहीं. कुछ लोग ये देखते हैं कि क्वालिटी कंट्रोल में इसका क्या वैल्यू दिखा रहा है, इसमें क्या क्या चीजों की क्या प्रोडक्टिविटी है. So all these things people used to consider when you want to go for the businesses. तो बिजनेस करने के लिए आपको इन सभी चीजों पर बहुत ख्याल रखना पड़ेगा. साथ ही साथ आपको इंफॉर्मेशन को इस तरह से लोगों में शेयर करना है कि वो बहुत इजी वे में एक्सेस हो जाए. जैसे अभी एक सिंपल सा आप एग्जांपल समझ लो. You want to buy a mobile from Flipkart. It's very easy to buy. The reason is, go to the Play Store, install the app, just register your name, your mobile number, email ID, and get the mobile phone for you. और कभी कभी क्या होता है कि कई सारे ऐसे वेबसाइट्स है जहां आप उसको डाउनलोड कर रहे हो, फिर उसको उसमें आप रजिस्टर कर रहे हो तो ईमेल आईडी इज नॉट ऑथेंटिक, फोन नंबर इज नॉट ऑथेंटिक, ये सभी सब प्रॉब्लम हमें आते हैं। तो उसका रीजन है, उसका कारण क्या होता है कि हमारे बिजनेस पर लोग कम ट्रस्ट करते हैं और हम बिजनेस में अच्छा नहीं कर पाते। तो व्हाट वी हैव टू डू, वी हैव टू मेक द बिजनेस एज सिंपल एज पीपल कैन एक्सेस इट। मतलब आपको इतना सिंपल बनाना है कि लोग उसको आसानी से पा सके। तीसरा चीज आपको क्या ध्यान रखना है कि अभी एक सिंपल एग्जांपल आप लोग को बताता हूँ। यू कैन सी राइट नाउ रशिया एंड यूक्रेन वॉर, एवरीबडी नोज दैट व्हाट इज हैपनिंग राइट नाउ, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दिस लॉट ऑफ क्राइसिस हैज कम इन द वर्ल्ड। द बिगेस्ट क्राइसिस इज द ऑयल। सबसे बड़ा मार किसी चीज पर पड़ा है तो तेल के ऊपर पड़ा है। अब देखो रसिया ने इसका फायदा उठाया। रसिया हैज टेकन द लॉट ऑफ बेनिफिट फॉर दिस। रन दिस बिजनेस, रीजन इज उनके ऊपर प्रतिबंध लग गया है। तो रसिया ने क्या किया, रसिया ने क्या किया कि अभी उन्होंने अपने यहाँ का जो ऑयल है, क्योंकि रसिया के पास दुनिया का सबसे 3rd नंबर पर है, तो उन्होंने क्या किया, इंडिया को ऑफर किया। बिकॉज इंडिया हैज नॉट पुट एनी बैन ऑन रशिया, तो उन्होंने इंडिया को क्या बोला कि भाई आपको मैं दुनिया में तेल जो बेच रहे देश उससे 30% डिस्काउंट पर दूंगा। सो व्हाट इज हैपनिंग नाउ, इंडिया इज बाइंग ऑयल फ्रॉम वार के पीछे 1% हमारी उनसे मार्केटिंग होती थी और आज के डेट में हम 17% पर पहुंच गए। द रीजन इज क्या बोल सकते उसको, चुनौतियों को अवसर में बदलना। भारत के पास सबसे बड़ी चैलेंज क्या थी, वी हैव टू गेट द ऑयल एट द मिनिमम कॉस्ट टू गिव द पीपल ऑफ इंडिया। और भारत ने क्या किया, इसका फायदा उठाया और इंडिया इज बाइंग 70% ऑयल फ्रॉम रशिया। So these are the something which we have to learn. We each one have to learn. These are the something is a learning process for all of us. So when you want to do some business, get the information from different website, different materials, and try to find out the best what you can do for the other people. और जितना आप अच्छा करोगे ना, लोग उतना आपसे जुड़ना चाहेंगे। तो सबसे पहले ट्रस्ट डेवलप करो। दूसरा नंबर क्या है कि ऐसा बिजनेस करो कि जिसमें लोगों को ज्यादा कॉस्टिंग भी नहीं हो। क्योंकि आपने अगर किसी इफ यू somebody want to buy a mobile phone, Apple company phone, 70,000 cost, who want to buy? Everybody cannot buy it, no. But what China does, China is selling MI phone, Vivo phone, कम पैसे में बेच रहे हैं ना, उसमें Apple जैसी फैसिलिटी है, the people want to buy that। तो कॉस्ट भी आपको देखना पड़ेगा, उसके बाद क्वालिटी भी देखनी पड़ेगी। इन सभी चीजों को आपको मेंटेन करके या बिजनेस को इंटरनेशनल लेवल पर बहुत अच्छा कर सकते हो। With this, I would like to end my speech here. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you so much, sir. आपने जो बातें बताई हैं वो काफी काम आने वाली बातें हैं। आपने ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म्स की इंपॉर्टेंस को बताया, उस पे कैसे इफेक्टिवली आप बिजनेस कर सकते हैं उसके तरीके बताए हैं, और आपने कैसे अपॉर्चुनिटीज को यूज करना है on these online platforms, आपने इस बारे में highlight किया। Thank you so much for being with us and enlightening us with your experiences. Thank you, sir. I think now I take up the platform just to summarize whatever we were discussing since past 3 days. ABCD International has started this such a useful venture. With time, everybody needs to understand what are the new evolved business trends to move ahead in business. What I heard of all the people was the सबसे पहली important चीज जो मुझे समझ में आई थी, that was the requirement of digital transformations. I feel every business should go for a digital transformation. जो नहीं करेगा, they will be left behind. They might get abolished in some years because this is the need of the hour. With these transformations, they have to actually be very careful about their security systems. They have to be technology savvy. They should know how to protect their business, how to protect their data, and how to move ahead in the business. Else they will be insecure. They have to adapt the new technology in every case. Next thing is online education. Everybody here almost mentioned about the online education. And I will say that by default, online education has become a part of education now. Because of COVID, we all started with this new venture, and it has its own pros and cons, definitely. But then the interesting part in it was that technology steeped inside to explain the concepts. This wasn't earlier. So with the help of technology, we are trying to make the content more and more interesting for the young minds so that they can adapt and understand easily. The concept of visualization has increased with the use of technology. This is one very good advantage, and there is a lot of scope of business in this particular stream because a particular concept can be explained in many manners. So therefore, every person can come out with their own experiences and then they can share it with the world. Also, with these technological advancements, we see that there is a huge demand of online tools and work from home products. So this again provides a business opportunity to the young ones. The co-working spaces have become a norm nowadays. And with these norms, basically, the importance of time has again increased, because if you have to cooperate and coordinate with others, if you have to sit with others, if you have to share your platform with others, we have to be very careful about the time. So we have moved to the nano level of time now. So efficient co-working is only possible when all of us are careful about the time. Again, there is a demand for reconfiguration of supply chain. See, during COVID, all of a sudden, the supplies from China had stopped. And that was literally creating a trauma in the world because the entire world was facing problems with various products. So that gave a new opportunity here. And we can say that logistics have got a new approach now. So there is a multi-layer, multi-tier approach, I can say, which is being planned in the logistic field. That again develops a lot of business opportunities in this field, because now it's wise to have various platforms in between the supplier as well as the purchaser, because we need not have always directly purchase the material from the supplier. There are various stations which are planned in between, and that gives a lot of business opportunities in the logistic field also. Now it is irrespective to mention what happened during the COVID, but then, yeah, healthcare sector has brought a lot of business opportunities, because during COVID, there was a lot of scope for introspection in the healthcare structure. In the insurance policies, many people could not get insurance money in time, and they could not go for their treatments well in time, and they faced a lot of losses during the pandemic due to these various faults in the insurance policies. So there is a huge scope in insurance policy reframation. Also, the health sector has shifted now from prevention. Like now, we are not focusing on cure anymore. It should be understood that we have to focus on prevention, not on cure. Prevention and precaution and service sector in the medical field have become very important aspects to give new opportunities for business. So in this way, a lot of discrepancies can be sorted, but these discrepancies are actually giving us opportunities for the business. Also, there are a lot of insecurities and expectations in the people which have arisen due to the COVID. We had seen that many unknown people have been helping each other, and that again gives us a various scope of development in the service sectors. Business has now become more inclined towards automation values. This is what was actually my observation from all the people who spoke in this forum. So I found that the business is more inclined towards automation, towards values, towards ethics, towards trust, and towards the attitude of living in the presence. Manipulation in loan procedures, digital currency, online marketing, etc., are also open streams in business. Invariably, green economy, environment conservation, use of 3R policy, that is reduce, reuse, recycle, and no more, these are not mere simple fancy words anymore. Actually, they are now the ethics which have to be followed in every business. So the generation is now scared of being abolished. We have seen in the pandemic, and they have realized the strength of environment and the ecosystem as well. They know that we cannot dream of shifting to new planet in any crisis, but we have to save our own planet and make it eternally livable. So all the new business trends, when closely observed, are found to be based on resilience and sustainability. Planning is based on flexibility of situations, customer choices, customer potential, and immediate targets. Sources of business have exploded also in media and service sectors. I must here highlight this. The strength of media is maximum these days, and so there are a lot of scopes of business in media also. Media has the strength to change the outlook of a person. We all know this very well. So it is also a great source of information as well as misinformation. So it provides a lot of business opportunities. Service sector has got very huge opportunities now, because service sector the best thing about the service sector is that it can be controlled from the remote also. So that also provides a lot of business opportunities, and all the operational needs can be satisfied in this sector from remote. So hence we conclude with the words of French writer Jean-Baptiste Alphonse Karr that here, this is a very interesting phrase he had given: more the things change, more they remain the same. Apart from money and media, information and data are assets for our business earlier also, and they are still the same. So let us join hands together to go for ethical business trends and guide our youngsters towards moving in this direction. Thank you so much. I invite Akash sir to conclude the program.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing valuable summary. So 3 दिन से हम जुड़े हैं, 3 से जो कुछ नई चीजें सीख रहे हैं अलग अलग experts से. We are learning lots of skills, and now it's the time to implement in our business or life, right? So before winding up, I want to share some important points. So I firstly, once again, congratulate and thank you all for sharing your valuable thoughts, valuable knowledge. And that's why we have planned one app. So that's why we have planned one celebration function on Thursday evening. So timing we will inform you, and please join and in that ceremony. So we will appreciate your efforts and whatever you contribute in this summit. So that will be very much surprise. Tomorrow I will share all the details in same group. So then don't leave that group. And I would like to thank you first of all today's speakers, Dr. Ravi, Engineer Ravi Shankar Kumar sir, Ruben Garcia sir from Peru. So from another countries we have lots of speakers in this summit. Yeah. Mamta ma'am always ready to contribute, and she also share her valuable thoughts with us. Preeti ma'am and Ayushi ma'am as a core team member of Bhabad International Publication contribute lots. And also, I would like to thank today's all speaker. So thank you once again for your valuable contribution. एक और चीज है, हम जो सक्सेस स्टोरीज अभी जो समिट हुआ इसके बाद भी next we have another summit. In that also you can participate. So before that we have 2-3 offline events, so you can join in that offline events also. On 27 November we have offline event at Delhi. The big event, we are making 2 to 3 world records in that. We are launching 22 authors and 22 books in that event. So you can also become part of an anthology book, the success, the journey of nation builders. You can share your success stories in same book. Also, we are planning one more anthology with Preeti ma'am, and Preeti ma'am is so that anthology is the savers. So आपने किसी के जीवन में अगर कुछ कंट्रीब्यूट किया है, किसी को मतलब एक ऐसा पॉइंट होता है हर एक के जीवन में जहाँ पे वो सब कुछ छोड़ जाता है, होप्स उसके जीवन में नहीं रहते, और वहां से अगर आपने किसी को फिर से उनके अंदर होप्स क्रिएट किए हैं, अगर उनको सही रास्ते पे लेके आए हैं, तो वो एक जर्नी, वो एक इंस्पिरेशनल स्टोरी आप उस बुक में शेयर कर सकते हैं और उसका पार्ट बन सकते हैं. वो भी एक वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड का हिस्सा बनने वाले हैं. तो ऐसे काफी सारे इवेंट्स है, इवेंट्स का डिटेल भी आपको ग्रुप में शेयर किया जाएगा. उसके बाद थर्सडे का सेशन आप सभी ज्वाइन कीजिए. सेरेमनी को मिस मत कीजिए, क्योंकि वही सेरेमनीज है जो आप सभी ने जो सपोर्ट किया है अब तक, उसको हम हमारे एंड से कुछ अप्रिशिएशन हम कर पाए, वही एक मौका है. सो थैंक यू वंस अगेन to all speakers and all moderators for this wonderful session. So yes, anyone wants to share anything, you can share. So open to all. Yeah.
Rekha ma'am wants to. Rekha ma'am raise her hand. Yes, ma'am.
No, actually, since I've joined, I find this Wayne sir's personality so impressive that I need to ask a question. Sir, how did you actually started your journey? Means you're I could feel as an inspiration when I'm looking at you. So Ruben sir, if you could please for 1 minute, if you could share, how did you start your journey? So I wanted to know, because I heard Ritu ma'am that day when I was a moderator. I want to hear you actually, so that I could a bit of inspiration I could get into myself. So please.
Well, that question was addressed to me. Thank you. Well, the journey was from the very beginning exciting, because talking about the experiences that successful people had in their own lives, in other periods in life, there are different, as we say, different times, but the mistakes that they made are all time. It means the risks in business are the same in the past, present, and future. And if you learn from them, the journey will be good, but good on the way you decide to be persistent. Because if you face a difficult time and you called it as a problem, you might be lost. But if you face a difficult time and you faced it as a challenge, you will success.
That's so nice of you, sir, to hear you. Because I don't know, means this like big personalities, when we talk about, they actually, as you said, yes, mistakes we are doing repeatedly. What I have learned in my lifetime is, if mistake once done, it's a mistake. And if it is done again, it is your choice. So I think we should avoid this choice of making mistake. Is this you want to also share, I suppose? Thank you so much, sir. It was really wonderful listening to you. Thank you so much. Ritu
My
ma'am,
pleasure. Thanks to you all.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
I would like to share one more thing. Dr. Ruben sir was one of the speaker in our second world record, and he is also part of our world record.
Great, sir. Great.
Thank you.
We'll try to follow the path soon, sir. Maybe one day.
Yeah.
Congratulations, sir.
Anyone wants to share anything, please.
Shabina ma'am is here. Niharika ma'am is here. Anybody?
Yeah, as I have, this is the first kind of the event which I am attending, a virtual event, which is apart from my regular regular events which I do. My regular events are more into it's all related to my industry, our products, challenges, etc. So this is the first event which I'm part of it, which is something different. And I got the opportunity to hear so many people who are from different countries, from different states. They have their own thoughts. So this is the wonderful platform where, within just 2 hours, you got to know so many things from so many other people. And we realize that this is where we need to, this is where we really need to change, or really need to change our way, maybe our thought, maybe we need to take an action if we know it. Because most of the time it's like we know things, but then we don't take any action. That's where we fail or we fall. You can say that. This is one of the most important thing. Second is here, we came to know that what are the different types of business trends which are there in the market, what are the challenges people are facing, what are the opportunities people do have, and what are the ways to accept those opportunities and to move on. So these are my takeaways in last 3 days. Thank you so much, everybody, for this.
Yes, thank you, ma'am, for sharing. So whenever we meet different peoples from different countries, we feel more energetic. I personally feel more energetic because we work with around 22 plus countries people. So we invited last time 22 educators from 22 countries. So in this current year, so 2022 is running. So what we can do on 11th November, we can plan one a big event virtually, and we can invite around 11 or 22 countries people from 22 country. So we can plan a big event if everyone support us. So without your support, nothing is possible. We can do lots of things. We can do creative things. We can plan many things. But important is that whenever all core team members or all people say we are with you, then we can plan everything. We have lots of energetic core team members. So we can plan anything. We already plan event with 75 people or in one day. So we can plan. So the idea we will and we can plan event for world record. So till anyone wants to share anything about summit or any next ideas or any themes, you can share, and in 5 to 10 minutes we will wind up. Yeah, Rachana Chakravarti ma'am is there.
I'd like to come in, Akash, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening.
2 days.
Yeah,
but I'd love the recording if you could send us.
Yes. All 3 sessions are recorded and available on YouTube.
Actually,
and also I will share,
YouTube. Everything is available on YouTube.
Sorry.
It's available on YouTube. Yeah. Okay. Send me the links up. And one more thing, I don't know how many people are from Mumbai. I'm from Mumbai. I'm hosting a book reading club, and since all are authors here, I got very inspired to invite you for that. It's on Saturday, the 8th October. I'll send Sir, and he'll put it up on the group. You all can see how it, and we can always, it's twice a month, you will read everything there, my write-up, and we can meet online and offline both. So anyone from Mumbai?
And actually, I already, ready the performer, and I will send to our others who are in Mumbai will join you if they want to. I will also add your number so they can directly contact you.
Yeah, thank you.
So as we come to the conclusion of today's, I think we are about to conclude it. So the best part awaited every time. Rachna ma'am, today I cannot join with laptop. So now you have to take the responsibility. Kindly, with our cheers on our faces, smiles, let's take a screenshot. Everybody kindly turn on the camera so that we can have your faces. At least if somebody joined late, they can actually come to know who you are. At least the memory stays in our heart, soul, mind, everywhere. So can we have a click of all of you? If you will please turn on the cameras. Ah, so sweet, Ruben sir. We want to see your smile also along with this smile. It could be a little left or right so that we can see you also, sir, because it is hiding your face. Yeah, now it is. You can lift it a little up, then it will come clear. Yes. A big smile. Cheers for all our actually the eminent speakers. Thank you so much. It was wonderful listening you all. Wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you all speakers. Thank you all moderators.
Thank you everyone. I was late in joining, but I was hearing it from YouTube. It's really nice. Actually, time, little bit Navratri is going on and Durga Puja. Being Bengali, so I have to be there.
It's very difficult.
Yes, it is. It is. A lot of noise still now. There is
a lot of noise, lot of activities, lot of involvements, family functions, pandal hopping. Come down to Kolkata once, and you
surely,
will
surely. Yeah, I will. In Mumbai, we have Navratri going on.
People actually need to manage.